Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. 2nd and 5 now. Herbert flush to his right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain, counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout the ballgame, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And just shedding him off there. And down to the 20. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well, because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make sure tackles. But what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big yardage.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and 18 at the 11.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points?
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all to score on EA Sports. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Mayfield off the play fake. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Again, Herbert. He dumps it off to Barkley. And it's a Packers touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Mayfield on play action. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Shrugs him off. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, Herbert being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick here is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Forced out to his left. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Steps away to it, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Steps away, and now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Check 26, check 26. Up. Alert. Hurry.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
We got this.
That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So they tried runs on 1st and goal and 2nd and goal, got stonewalled. Now from here, they've got to throw, right?
I would think so, and I would think you also maybe want to come up with something different in terms of formation. Maybe spread things out a little bit. Even though you're down near the goal line where things are tight, get it spread out a little bit and try and find some room to operate.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. that doesn't happen, it looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play fake. Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. Finds, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards puts them right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
Defense keeps them out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free, and those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go.
They'll run for it. Chubb, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Try to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. To Barkley on the check down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert's throw there complete to Ruggs. Not much there, only a yard.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It's caught by OBJ. 1st down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Browns 1st down.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory.